These are the first visuals of the Russian Su57 fighter jet in India. As the stealthy Felon fighter touched down at the Yelahanka airbase in Bengaluru for the first time, Moscow has now officially made an offer for co-manufacturing of these advanced fighter jets right here in India. The offer from Russia is tailor-made to meet the defense needs of the Indian Air Force and comes ahead of Aero India 2025, which is Asia's largest air show. The Director General of Rosoboronexport, the Russian state arms exporter, stated, quote, "Our proposals include the supply of assembled aircraft, the organization of their joint production in India, and assistance in developing an Indian fifth-generation fighter," unquote. So now it's up to the Indian Air Force to decide if they want to buy the ready-made Su-57s or to co-manufacture these jets right here in India. With Aero India 2025, India becomes only the second country to witness this Russian fighter jet in action. While the Felon made its international debut in China last year, India is the first country that Putin has offered his country's most advanced fighter jet. Rosoboronexport added in a statement, quote, "The Su-57 is an advanced fifth-generation aircraft. We expect great interest in the fighter at the air show in Bengaluru. Along with improving the aircraft and promoting it to new markets, UAC specialists are working to expand production capacity to meet the growing demand for this fighter," unquote. The Sukhoi 57 took its first flight back in 2010 and India had been a part of its early stage development. However, New Delhi pulled out to focus on its own indigenous fifth-generation AMCA program. With a wingspan of 14 meters and length of 19.8 meters, the Su-57 has a service ceiling of 20,000 meters powered by two Saturn AL-51 engines producing an impressive 110 kilonewtons of dry thrust and 176 kilonewtons with afterburners. Sukhoi 57 has a cruising speed of Mach 1.6 and a top speed of Mach 2, or twice the speed of sound, at 2,440 kilometers per hour. Which means at top speeds with afterburners firing, the Sukhoi 57 could travel from Mumbai to Ladakh in just over 1 hour. Reports suggest Russia is in the process of incorporating these 6th-generation AL-51 engines, which will further enhance its stealth by reducing its visibility in the infrared range. This jet also has 12 weapon stations to carry a variety of air-to-air or air-to-ground missiles or bombs. The highly attractive Russian offer of co-manufacturing the Sukhoi 57 comes at a time when the United States Air Force has cancelled live aerial displays of the F-35 stealth fighter jet at Aero India, a decision which may have been prompted by the recent F-35 crash in Alaska. While the F-35 had grabbed all the headlines in the previous edition of Aero India, the cancellation of its aerial display this time has raised quite a few questions. No official talks have been held between India and Russia so far for the Sukhoi 57. However, India's pressing need for a fifth-generation stealth fighter jet are quite evident. Given China's fleet of around 200 J-20 stealth jets and Pakistan's acquisition of 40 Chinese J-35 jets in just a couple of years. With this offer, it seems Russia has surged ahead of the United States in the race to bag a multi-billion-dollar defense deal with the world's largest arms importing nation, India. Reports also recently claimed Russia is arming its Sukhoi 57 fighters with air-launched mini-swarm drones for capabilities ranging from reconnaissance to electronic warfare and attack roles. The deployment of such drone systems on a squadron of Sukhoi 57s reflects an envisioned tactic of enabling the fighters to neutralize or penetrate heavily guarded enemy air defenses effectively. The Felon also incorporates night vision and tracking systems, super maneuverability in all aircraft axes, super cruise, integrated avionics, and a large payload capacity. Sputnik News and Russian media have been pitching the deal as a win-win situation for India, as the Sukhoi 57 is said to have great synergy with the S-400 air defense system. The fighter jet has been touted as a cost-effective solution for nations seeking a fifth-generation stealth aircraft without paying a hefty price. Russian state-owned defense corporation Rostec had stated, quote, Su-57 is the only fifth-generation fighter in the world that has proven its effectiveness in countering Western air defense systems in real combat conditions, unquote. Now, there have been reports of Su-57 striking Ukrainian targets, quote, from a distance, which drew praise from Russian Defense Ministry. However, despite all these advances, Russia's failure to dominate the airspace over Ukraine during the ongoing war has raised a few questions. Are the most modern fighter jets still vulnerable to advanced air defense systems? As the Indian Air Force and defense enthusiasts await the aerial display of Su-57, one big question remains. Just what will the Indian government, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and Defense Ministry, led by Rajnath Singh, decide? Will India accept Putin's offer to co-manufacture a few squadrons of Su-57 as an interim solution, or will India go all out and bet big on its own indigenous AMCA stealth project? Even if India and Russia agree to co-manufacture the Su-57, the first jets would only be rolled out by 2030, while AMCA is slated for induction in 2035. Moreover, what impact will any such deal have on India's defense ties with the West, including the United States and France? It seems geopolitics will have as big a role to play as India's defense strategy. Let's take a look at a few more headlines. With 111 foreign exhibitors from 15 countries, the event promises to be a global defense spectacle. Industry leaders like Dassault Aviation, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, RTX and Thales will showcase cutting-edge defense technology. Thales will unveil the Fly TX avionics suit and drone countermeasures, while Lockheed Martin debuts its vast experience system in India. With a strong MSME and startup presence, the event highlights India's expanding aerospace ecosystem and deepening global defense partnerships. Amid swirling speculation about possible US Air Force withdrawal from Aero India 2025, official sources have put the rumors to rest. Washington is in, but with conditions. F-35 demo team will not be performing aerobatics display at Aero India. The fifth-generation stealth jet will only be showcased in a static display. With the Trump 2.0 administration now in office, the shift signals a recalibrated US approach to the event, keeping defense watchers on high alert. As Aero India 2025 approaches, Swedish defense giant Saab is making a strong push to sell its Gripen fighter jets to the Indian Air Force. The IAF is seeking 114 medium-role fighter aircraft to bolster its shrinking squadron numbers. Saab promises the fastest delivery just 3 years after the contract signing. Beyond speed, Saab offers deep technology transfer, localized production, and state-of-the-art Gripen design center in Bengaluru. The plan? Not just fighter jets, but a self-reliant defense ecosystem, making India an export hub for the Gripen E. Will this be a game-changer for India's air power? Embraer is making a strong case for its KC-390 Millennium as India seeks a medium transport aircraft for the Air Force. The aircraft will be showcased at Aero India. With a 26-ton payload capacity, aerial refueling capabilities, and the ability to operate on unpaved runways, the KC-390 is designed for combat, disaster relief, and high-altitude operations. Embraer has partnered with Mahindra to localize production, strengthening its pitch. The KC-390 Millennium boasts fly-by-wire technology, reducing pilot workload and enhancing operational efficiency. Its low maintenance requirements and high mission reliability, including a 93% capability rate and 99% completion rate, make it a cost-effective solution for India's diverse defense needs. Garuda Aerospace is making waves at Aero India 2025 with its groundbreaking drone technology, strategic partnerships, and 100 crore rupee investment in India's first drone city. The company introduced 8 advanced drones for defense and safety, including rocket launcher drones, mine detection systems, and firefighting drones. Key collaborations with Thales, DRDO, and Tata Elxsi will accelerate AI-driven UAV tech. If you found this news report informative, then leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe to Inconnect News.